Hello again, everyone. I hope you are doing well. Today, we are going to continue Module 2. We will have Top Stars Part 2. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to form questions using how often, listen to an audio and circle the correct answer, read two texts and answer some questions. This lesson, you will find it in your student book page 21 and in your workbook page 19. Are you ready to start? Let's begin. Let's have a quick challenge. Let's play Guess the Hidden Picture game. Behind these blocks, there is a hidden picture. Try to guess it. Are you ready? Let's start. Who are they? Where are they? Do you remember them? Very good. They are Rashid, Omar, Karim, Jamil, and Tab. Do you remember what were they talking about? Correct. They were talking about everyday activities and hobbies. Pay attention at this question. Let's read it together. How often does Omar have an art class? The question starts with how often. Do you know why? Correct. Because we are asking about how many times Omar has an art class. Can you find the answer in this picture? Very good. The answer is 3 times a week. Now, if we want to answer this question in a full, complete answer, the answer will be Omar has an art class 3 times a week. Now pay attention at the verb has. The verb here comes in a present simple form, because we are talking about something happens on regular basis. So, whenever we have he or she, we use the verb has. Pay attention. We use how often to ask about how many times the person does the action. To answer this question, we use once a week. It means one day, or we can say twice a week. It means 2 days. 3 times a week when it is 3 days, or we can say every day. Let's have another example. Now let's read this question together. How often does Karim play ice hockey? This question starts with how often, because we are asking about how many times Karim plays ice hockey. Now look back at the picture and try to find the answer. Correct. The answer is twice a week. So the full answer of this question will be Karim plays ice hockey twice a week. Pay attention at the verb plays. This verb comes in a present simple form because we are talking about something happens on regular basis. So whenever we have he or she, the verb comes with S. This is Ahmed. He's one of our students. Let's ask him about his favorite hobby. Tell us, Ahmed, what is your favorite hobby? It is computer games. How often do you play computer games? I play computer games once a week. Now pay attention at the verb play. The verb comes in a present simple form. So remember, whenever we have I, they, or we use the verb without S. Always remember, to form a question using how often, when you want to ask someone directly, you start the question with how often, followed by do and the pronoun you, the verb in the infinitive form, and you put the question mark at the end. If you want to ask about something happens related to a group of people, you start with how often, do, and you use the pronoun they. Then you add the verb in the infinitive form. At the end of the question, you add the question mark. Now, if you want to ask about how many times something happens and it is related to a boy or a man, we start the question with how often, followed by does, and we use the pronoun he and the verb in the infinitive form, and we put the question mark at the end. If we want to ask about how many times something happens and it's related to a girl or a woman, we start the question with how often, does with the pronoun she, we add the verb in the infinitive form, and we put the question mark at the end. Now, are you ready to play a game? In this game, you are going to rearrange the pieces to form a complete question. Then you are going to answer it. Are you ready? Let's start. Let's read the pieces. How often play, question mark, do, sports, you. Let's start forming the question. The question will start with how, followed by often, do, you, play, sports, and we put question mark at the end. Very good. Now pay attention at the chart. We have one tick on Saturday. So the answer will be I play sports once a week. Good job. Let's read the pieces first. How often go, question mark, does, to the park, Reem. Let's start forming the question. The question will start with how, followed by often, does, Reem, go, to the park, and we put the question mark at the end. How often does Reem go to the park? Look at the charts. We have tick on Sunday, Monday, and Saturday. So the answer will be she goes to the park 3 times a week. Excellent. Well done, everyone. I know you could do it. Now let's practice from our book. Grab your student book and open it at Module 2, page 21, and pay attention at activity number 4. In this activity, you are going to listen to the audio and circle the correct answer. Let's read number 1, 2, and 3 together. Number 1. Jim plays baseball twice a week or 3 times a week. Number 2. Max reads comic books every day or once a week. Number 3. Kate has an art class every day or 3 times a week. Now pay attention at the recording and answer it carefully.
1.
I do many things after school. I do something every day. On Mondays and Wednesdays I have an art class. On Thursdays, I play table tennis. And on Tuesdays and Fridays, I play baseball.
2.
I'm always busy after school. I play ice hockey from Sunday to Wednesday, and on Thursdays I usually play computer games with my friend Ralph. But my favorite time of the day is before I go to bed. I always read my favorite comic books before I go to bed.
3.
My favourite subjects are art and maths. At school, I have art on Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday, but I want to have art every day, like my math class.
Welcome back. Let's check our answers together. Number 1. Jim plays baseball twice a week. Number 2. Max reads comic books. That's correct. Every day. And number 3. Kate has an art class. Excellent. 3 times a week. Well done, everyone. Let's practice more. Grab your workbook and open it at Module 2, page 19, and pay attention at activity number 2. In this activity, you are going to read, look, and answer. Let's do number 1 and 2 together. Pay attention at the text. I play baseball 3 times a week and ice hockey once a week. I have an art class and I play computer games twice a week. I do my homework every day and I always read comic books on Tuesday and Thursday after baseball practice. Now question number 1. How often does Dan read comic books? Let's have a look at the text. I always read comic books on Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday, 2 days. So the answer will be correct. He reads comic books twice a week. Now pause the video and try to do number 2 by yourself. Welcome back. Number 2. How often does Danny play ice hockey? Let's have a look at the text. I play ice hockey once a week. So the answer will be he plays ice hockey once a week. Good job. Continue question 3 and 4 by yourself. These 2 questions are about Rick. Read the paragraph and answer it. Now tell me, what is your favorite hobby? And how often do you do it? Let me tell you about myself. My favorite hobby is tennis. I play tennis twice a week, every Saturday and Tuesday. What about you? Use this chart to help you answering the question. And don't forget to share your answers with us. Thank you and see you next lesson.